Right there guys, hello there and welcome to this very special live stream today for the finale of Season 3 of the Club 73 eSports League Season 3. So yeah, today I'm not racing, I'm commentating. So yes, this is a first for me. I don't know if it's going to be rubbish or not. It very possibly will be, so apologies in advance if it is. But yes, got the final round of the championship tonight. Nathan and M1M, who we're on board with at the moment, has to get on the podium if he wants to take the title off me. So I'm currently 17 points ahead of him in the championship, and like I say, he has to win. He has to get on the podium to take the title off me. If he finishes 4th and gets the fastest lap, that will then be a tiebreaker, and I will win the championship because I've won more races than him. So I have won 4 races whilst he's only won 3, so that will win me the championship. But if he gets on the podium, it will be his. Chances are he probably will get on the podium, he normally does, but he is serving a drive-through penalty at the start of the race, which will peg him back a lot, and it is difficult to overtake around this circuit, so it's no guarantee that he will get on the podium. In the races that I've been doing, where I've been, serving the drive-through penalty at the start, I haven't necessarily been getting on the podium. I've had a 4th, another 4th, a 5th, I think, so there is no guarantee that he will get on the podium tonight. So it is in the balance as to whether I win the championship. Just give me a second guys, I'm just going to share this live stream. I'm struggling to find the link. If anyone knows how to find their own live stream, then answers on a postcard please. Cub 70, I should be able to just type my own name into YouTube, shouldn't I? Yep, that's the trick. Oh, I can hear myself, this is weird. Share, post that there, and post that there. Done. Hopefully Dan will approve that post any second now, so that you guys can all get the link and tune in. So yeah, like I say, final round of the championship at Laguna Seca. All 3 championships are very much on the line tonight. So I've got these pieces of paper, I've got 2 pieces of paper with me. I've got written down all like the championship points and like a few notes on who has to do what to win the title. So like I say, in the Super Pro class, you've got myself and you've got Nathan going for the title. Like I say, Nathan has to finish on the podium, otherwise I am champion. Pro class, you've got Daryl DJ, who you can see is in the pits right now. Go on board with him now. This is Daryl DJ. He is starting. Where's he starting? Got it on the back of the sheet. He is starting in 7th place, and he's leading the Pro Championship at the moment. So he's leader of the Pro class on 157 points. Now, you've got Way 22 Trappy. Is he in the lobby yet? I believe he is. Where is he? There he is. You've got Way 22 Trappy here. He's on 155 points. So there's only 2 points difference between Daryl and Way 22 Trappy. His real name, by the way, is Titus Maxman. He is the cousin of Nathan, and he is a giant because I met him in real life at Walton Mill, and he is very, very tall. Titus is. So Titus on 155 points, Daryl on 157 points. Basically, whoever beats who will win the championship, or should win the championship at least anyway, because there's also other drivers to keep an eye out for, some of whom are in the B final, so we won't know whether they've done well or not until after the race, when Dan's going to send me the results. He's going to send me, or he's going to post them in the chat so I can see them, and then I'll be able to do the calculations to see who's won the championship. So the contenders beyond Daryl and Titus are Spencer Gent. Now he's in the A final, so I don't think he's got much chance, to be honest. He's going to have to pull out an almighty result if he wants to win the title. He's on 145 points, so he's got to outscore Daryl by 12 points, outscore Titus by 10 points, so on and so forth. That's going to be tricky to do. You've also got Dan McAuliffe on 146 points. He's got more of a chance. He's got a decent chance. Although I think he's in the A final as well. Yeah, he's starting 3rd in the A final. Spencer's starting 5th. Daniel's starting 3rd. So again, I'm not going to rate their chances too highly, because they'd have to get a stonking good result in this race if they want to jump, Daryl or Titus. Then you've got Has91, Harry Ashley, starting 2nd in this race. Don't think he's joined the lobby yet. He is, yeah, like I say, he's starting 2nd. He's only on 142 points, so I don't think he's really got a chance. So, going to forget about him. Then you've got Kevin Mayers. Now, he is down in the B final. So, is he? He's in the B final? Yeah, he is. So he's in the B final, so it's the B finalist that you've really got to keep an eye out for, because they could quite easily win the B final. One of these pro drivers down the B, they could very easily win it, get 26 points for, you know, win, fastest lap, and very much be able to jump Darrell. So you've got Kevin Mayers down in the B on 143 points. You've got Mike Shipway. Now he's my favourite to be able to, you know, jump them. He's the one who I think you really need to keep an eye out for. You've got Mike Shipway, Maz Mike. He's on 146 points. So he's only 12 points behind Darrell. And like I say, there is every chance that he could win that B final and get the fastest lap. He's normally in the A final, Mike. The only reason why he's down on the B is because he's been having internet problems and stuff recently. So he could very easily win that B and jump Darrell and Titus if they don't do a great job in the A. So he's very, very much one to keep an eye out for. Also got Glenn Orford, Monkey Harris down in the B final. He's on 145 points. The same goes for him. Keep an eye out for him, although he doesn't usually win the B finals as such. He's never normally like an A finalist, so I wouldn't say he's quite such a threat compared to Maz Mike. Then you've also got Steve Parkey down in the B final, 142 points, and Matthew Pig, Photo Pig 73 on 141 points down in the B final. But again, I wouldn't worry too much about them because them two don't normally, you know, top the B finals as such. If anything, they're usually towards the bottom of the B finals down into the C's. So I wouldn't worry too much about them. But yeah, it is Darrell or Titus's to lose. So that's the pro class. And then you've got the clubman class. Clubman class isn't quite so hotly contested. You've got 2 or 3 people really. I would say 2 people who have got a real chance of winning the clubman class championship. So you've got Starver 54, that's Stephen Seagrave. He's on 149 points. I don't believe he's in the remit. Oh, he is. There's Starver. So he's currently leading the clubman class by 5 points. So he's currently on 149 points. So yes, he's leading the championship, but he's in the A final. He's starting on pole tonight in the A final. So I do fear for him a little bit. He's a clubman driver at the end of the day in the A final. Clubman drivers don't tend to go too well at the A final because, I mean, the A final is the A final. It's savagely competitive. So Starver, got to get a good result tonight. Otherwise, Johnny BMX, who's down in the B final, he's 5 points behind Starver in the championship. He's on 144 points. But like I say, he's in the B final, and so there's every chance he could do really well in the B final, if not win. Johnny's quite a quick driver, so got to really keep an eye out for him. Got to wait for those B final results to come in before we can call the championship. So Starver needs to get a good result really. Otherwise, there's every chance that Johnny can reel in those 5 points and jump Starver in the championship. I think if it went to a tiebreak as well, I believe Johnny might win the championship if it was a tiebreak. So yeah. Also you got some outsiders. You got Rogan, Rogan IRXZ something. Anyway, he's down the B final, 139 points. So he's only 10 points behind Starver. So like I say, if he has a mega result in the B final, could possibly rise up to be champion. And you've got Ellis the Husky on 137 points. He's down in the C final. And you've got Antonio Marquez, whose name is Toy BXB1. He's Portuguese driver. He's on 135 points. Again, if he wins the C final, he could be a challenger, but probably not because he's 14 points behind Starver. So that would take some doing to reel that in. But yeah, clubman class, like I say, Starver is probably the favourite, but there's every chance that Johnny could take the title off him, so we will need to wait for the B final results before we can call the result on that. And then track tonight, as you can see, is Laguna Seca, classic circuit. Got some facts and figures to tell you about Laguna Seca for anyone who's interested. So first of all, Laguna Seca is the most recent track to be added to GT Sport. Got added this time last year. I remember it getting added. It was just as I started playing the game. So it got added this time last year, and Laguna, it's been in every Gran Turismo game since GT2. So it's a cult classic. I remember when the track got added, everyone was raving about it, saying yes, finally Laguna Seca in this game, because yeah, it is a classic track of Gran Turismo. It's been in every game but the original one. Also, famously, Jeremy Clarkson once used Gran Turismo 4. Went around Laguna Seca in a Honda NSX to see if he could then beat his time in real life. I remember doing a 141. I remember watching that episode as a kid and being fascinated by it. Did a 141 in the game, turned up to Laguna Seca itself in a Honda NSX and was rubbish. He was miles off. I can't remember what his time was in real life, but I kind of glossed over it because it was so awful. It was a 150 something, I believe. So you can very much go faster in the sim world than you can in real life. Certainly if you're a not great racing driver, as is the case with Jeremy Clarkson. Also, Laguna Seca, so a little bit of facts about the Laguna Seca in real life, the real life version, not the Gran Turismo version. So Laguna Seca was built in 1957 and it was built around a dry lake bed next to this ranch which was already called Laguna Seca Ranch. And Laguna Seca is called Laguna Seca because the track, that name, Laguna Seca in Spanish, means dry lagoon. So that's where the track gets its name for, if anyone could care about that. Also, the track originally didn't used to have the infill section, so if I try and show you what you mean. So the section which Way 22 track is on now didn't used to exist. There used to be this straight which used to cut across here and rejoin the circuit at this left-hander here. So you used to have, if I try and go on board with that person up there. There we go. So you basically used to go straight on here at the Andretti hairpin and go straight off towards turn 5, cut across there, and then rejoin the circuit at turn 5. That's the original circuit, which I thought was quite interesting. This infill section, it was added in the late 80s, it was added in 1988, and it was added to try and attract MotoGP and Formula 1 because the track was too short literally to be allowed to host MotoGP and F1. So they built the infield section. MotoGP did come, but F1 didn't, because F1 at the last minute pulled out of it and then went to Phoenix instead. So I thought that was quite interesting reading about that last night. Like I say, infield section added to host MotoGP and F1. MotoGP did very much go there. I remember watching as a kid, watching MotoGP race around here. They weren't in here for many, many years. They only stopped going like 2-3 years ago. And now they just go to the Circuit of the Americas in Indianapolis. And the lap record around this track, so we can compare that to the lap times tonight. The outright lap record is a 1 minute 5.7 set by an F1 car. It was Marc Genet, the Ferrari test driver, in a Ferrari F2004. But interestingly, MotoGP bikes around here, their lap record is a 1 minute 20.5 set by Jorge Lorenzo a few years ago. Well, that's exactly the same as what Nathan's set now. Nathan's fastest lap. So yeah, MotoGP bikes and Group 3 cars, turns out they're exactly the same as one another in terms of pace. So I thought that was quite interesting. So we've got 1 minute before the race starts, before the season finale starts. Now, Nathan needs to serve a drive-through penalty as soon as the race starts. It's basically because he's too good. Me and him have been doing it now for the last 4 or 5 weeks. We've been able to serve drive-through penalties. Now, I don't know if he knows this yet or not, but when you enter the pit lane at Laguna Seca to serve a drive-through penalty, you need to brake before you enter the pit lane. As in, normally every week we just go flat out into the pit lane and then the AI takes over and you drive through the pit lane fine. Yeah, that doesn't happen at Laguna Seca. If you try going flat out into the pits here, you will just go head first into the wall, you will damage your car and you will get stuck. I found that out in practice because I thought, I wonder what happens here if you go flat out into the pits, and that's what happens. you go head first, straight into the wall. So let's see if he makes that mistake. I'm going to go on board with Nathan at the start of the race because I want to see if he makes a mistake or not. Because if he does, not only will it be quite comical, but it will also be rather impacting on his race and championship charge. So yes, I'm intrigued to see what happens there. As the race goes along, I'll read out some facts and figures about the drivers. I've got them written down here, but I'm just going to read you through the grid just before we start. So starting our pole, like I say, is Starver 54, the championship leader in the clubbing class. That's Stephen Seagrave. Starting in P2, we've got Haz 91, whose real name is Harry Ash. You've got starting in third is Dan MC, that's Dan McAuliffe. Starting fourth, we've got Martin Jekov, who is very imaginatively called Martin Jekov. Starting P5, you've got Spen 33 Spen, that's Spencer Gent. Starting sixth, you've got one of the pro driver championship challengers, Way 22 Trappy, Titus Maxmin. Starting seventh, you've got Darryl DJ, pro cast leader, Darryl Rampton. Starting 8th, you've got DJ Cooper 8, so that's Daniel Cooper, you can see the Spaniard who's in 8th place at the moment. Starting 9th, you've got Mikel 85, the Finnish guy who I'm on board with right now, that's Mikko Kalervo. Starting P10 is not Steve Coatsworth because he hasn't turned up. Starting 11th is Dimitar Penkov. Starting 12th, you've got D.I. Ivanov. 13th is GTS Dennis 26, that's Dennis Bahagar. Starting P14 is Kelvin 1989, that's Kelvin Gomersall. And starting down in 15 is Nathan Maximin NM1M. So here we go then, for the final ever round, race, whatever it is, of the Club 73 Esports League round season 3. Championship's going to be decided here. Yeah, like I say, Coatsworth hasn't turned up, so you've got Nathan starting 14th instead. And I'm going to go on board with Nathan if I can. There we go. Let's go. go. So, here we go. Here's the race about to start now. So let's see what Nathan does. Is he going to go headfirst into the wall as he enters the pits or not? If he does, then I will laugh. Right, here goes. Hopefully he does remember to serve his drive-through. No, he does not, okay. Right, he didn't serve the drive-through. Right, well, he was meant to, so I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so anyway, leading the race, you've got Starva, 54, you've got Has, 91, down in second place, Dan MC in third. That very thing is not a variable, it is. In fourth place, you've got Martin Jekov, P5, you've got Spencer, Titus in sixth, Daryl's in seventh, Daniel's down in eighth, but it looks like he's made a bit of a mess here of turn one because he's already 1.8 seconds behind Daryl. You've got Mikhail and the Bulgarian right behind. Okay, I don't know why Nathan's still going because he should have decided to drive through by now. Okay. Anyway, let me just try and change the setting. My camera's not working properly. Nope. Okay, camera's not working. Fine. I can't go on board people. Anyway, so yeah, no overtakes yet that I can see of. I'm looking on the track map in the top right hand corner. Very bunched together going to this corkscrew. Top three are very close to one another, yeah. No one's going for a move yet. Strategy for this race, you want to be doing 12 laps on a tank of fuel and then 13 laps on a tank of fuel, really. That's the ideal strategy. Either that will do 13-12 as Harry Ash goes for the move, but outbrakes himself into the final corner on the start of 54. There's not really much point fighting right now. It's a 25 lap race. I mean, yeah. Fuel save, sit behind people, fuel save, jump in the pits. Only reason why you want to overtake someone is if you're significantly faster than really. If you're of equal pace to someone, just sit behind and fuel save really. You're better off doing that. Like I say, you'll then be able to jump them in the pits because you'll have less fuel to put in the pits. You'll gain time them that way, jump them, and yeah, off you go. So not too much point fighting right now. And like I said, we've got the pit stops anyway. So any overtakes which do happen now could quite easily get undone. Oh, we've got fights going on here at the back. They've got GTS Dennis going up the inside of DJ Cooper. He's had a stinking start to this race as Nathan tries to capitalise on it all, try and goes up the inside. Yeah, Nathan's up the inside of the two of them. Yeah, it's a good job by Nathan there, capitalising on them. I still don't know why he's not done a drive-through, but he hasn't, so well. I'm assuming he's getting a penalty after the race for that. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with you there, Daniel. You started 8th. You've had a right mare of a start, all the way down to last. So coming into this corkscrew now, are we going to get any overtakes? No, we're not. Not a smart place to overtake really, the corkscrew. Not unless you've got a real run on someone. It's a very dodgy place to overtake. Very, very easy to get a track limit penalty too through the corkscrew. If you just clip the gravel trap, you get a penalty. So going side by side through there, not an ideal thing to do really. As we skip ahead, just try and look at the track map, seeing if there's anyone who's really, really close to one another. No, there's not. Like I say, overtaking, not too much point in doing so right now. If someone makes a mistake, sure, feel free to go past. But if you're just going around normally without anyone making big mistakes, then I would probably just stick behind because yeah, overtaking, it's going to lose you loads of time and just doesn't really gain you anything. Really, you're just going to lose time fighting with the other person, and you may as well just sit behind them and fuel save. So yeah. Looks like there's a right punch-up going on back here. Yeah, everyone's bumper to bumper with one another. Looks like Nathan's got past the Bulgarian, DI Ivanov, being BGTT DI Trey 44. Bit of a mouthful to name that, but yeah, Nathan's got past. He's got the run on Dennis here, so he's going to go up the inside into the corkscrew, or is he going to sit behind and fuel save? If I was in his shoes right now, I would possibly sit behind and fuel save, because Deneth is not slow and Deneth has got a good car for this race. That Peugeot is both good on fuel and good through the corners, so sitting behind him probably is a smart idea. Deneth is a quick driver too. He got the fastest lap of the race last week if I remember rightly at Brands, so yeah, could be a good person to sit behind, and also trying to close out on these guys in front, this fake taxi and Mikhail, see these two up ahead, so yeah, trying to help each other along, if anything bump draft each other, and try and catch those two up in front. So I'm going to skip forwards now, skip to the front. Have we got any battles going up here? We've got Spen and Titus fighting one another. So actually Titus, way 22 Trappy, has managed to make his way past Daryl, which is very, very important for the championship. If Titus finishes where he is in now, what position is he in? He's in 6th place, so that's 14 points. He'll get 14 points, Darryl will get 13 points. So Darryl will win the championship by 1 point at this rate, but it's a bit close. If Titus gets past these two cars who are right in front, the championship is Titus's. So yeah, Darryl needs to ideally catch him back up and get back past. Let's have a look at fuel levels. So if you look in the gauge down in the bottom left, where you've got your mileometer and then you've got your fuel gauge. So Titus, that's his level, and Darryl, they're basically the same. If you switch between the two, Titus has got like a 1 or 2% more fuel than Darryl, so not much of a difference there. I don't think. Oh, Titus going for the move. That wasn't going to work. Just hit Spen out of the way. Then that was not. Didn't have the run room there, and I think Spencer was defending. So yeah. DJ Cooper's having a right now. I'm looking at him on the track map right now. He's way behind everyone. As Titus goes up the inside Spen, that's not going to work, Titus. Shit, that's not going to work. You've just hit him out of the way. Okay, that's. Are you going to let him back pass? No, you're not. Right, that could be reported because that was not a legitimate overtake. That was just a push out of the way. If anyone's wondering, by the way, why Titus is flashing his lights whilst he's driving along, it's because he's playing on a controller, and when you accelerate and brake using the sticks on the controller, you can accidentally flash the lights. Oh, Spen's going back for the move here. He's trying to look up his inside. He's going to go for the move here. No, he's not. To be fair, he would be in the right if he pushed his way back past Titus. Not saying that two rights make a wrong, but Titus did shove his way past Spen, so yeah. Oh, got to move here. Mikel's, geez, Spen is tumbling here. He's been pushed out of the way by Titus, then he got a bad run through turn 6, and Darryl just got past, nearly got overtaken into the corkscrew by Mikel, so he's having a bit of a sinking down the order here. Definitely not going to win the title at this rate. He's already, 12 points behind Darryl in the championship, so yeah, I think Spen, unless something drastic happens here, I think Spen can write off his title hopes. Let's skip to the back. Where's Nathan? Nathan's had a mare. What's happened here? He had a really bad lap that lap, lost 2 seconds with a 1:23.4, and he's been overtaken by D.I. Ivanov and Kelvin Gomersall. So, okay, something's happened there. Obviously I can't rewind it because I'm watching this live, but yeah, that's good for me, I guess, in the championship. Like I say, I'm also expecting Nathan to get a penalty afterwards because he hasn't served his drive-through penalty like he should have done. So I don't know what Dan will do about that, but I would assume there'll be some sort of penalty thrown his way. Yes, so is he going to go for the move there? No, he's not. I think he might. He's giving it full rev, you see. I would sit behind him fuel save, but he's giving it full beans, so... He's got just over half a tank left, which is pretty much the same as everybody else. Is he going to go for the move into the corkscrew here? I can't go on board for some reason, by the way. That's what I was trying to fix at the start of the race. Is he going for the move? That's scruffy. Yeah, I can't go on board, but if I press the change view button, it just zooms in like this. So I don't know what's going on there. But he's up the inside of D.I. Ivanov. He's putting up a fight here, D.I. Ivanov, which I'm very pleased about. He's holding Nathan up. This is going to help me with my championship fight, but no, Nathan does eventually get past. So Nathan's now up to 11th place. Like I say, he has to get 3rd to win the title, but even if he does get the top 3, I'm not sure that will stay that way, because like I say, he hasn't served his drive-through penalty. There's a big pack of cars up here. So we're on lap 7 right now. Pit stop should be starting lap 11 and lap 12, I reckon, is when the people are going to be pitting. I myself would pit on lap 12 if I was doing the race, and then do a 13 lap stint. So that's roughly when you're expecting people to pit. Someone's just had a crash. GTS Dennis has crashed. He's not a championship contender, so that's not too much to worry about. He's down, I think, in 4th in the Super Pro class at the moment, and way off the 3rd place. So yeah, Dennis is... For this race, Dennis is just trying to hold on to 4th place rather than catch anybody up. So Nathan's in 11th still. It's behind Spen now. Spen's having a mare. Oh, that was that a takeout or was that not? That's going to need reviewing. Oh, don't. Whoa, that was a dangerous rejoin, Spen. Yeah, I don't know whose fault that was then. Spen seemed to go slow into the corner and then Nate hit him mid-corner and punted him off into the gravel. So I don't know if that was Nathan's fault there or not. It may well have been. I wish I could go on board because I'll get a good view of that then, but I can't, unfortunately. So, okay, right, Nathan's up to 10th then. Spain very much out of championship contention now. If anything, he's going to sink down the championship order, not rise up. Like I say, he's P4 in the championship at the moment, so I'm not sure he's going to hold to that position. Kelvin's going up the inside of Daryl DJ here, is he? Oh, he is. Oh, they have on the outside. Kelvin's got the move done, so that's not good for Daryl DJ. He's tumbling down the order here. Down to 9th, now down to 10th. Is he going to hold 9th? He is. Oh, didn't leave Nathan much space there. Oh, Nathan's passed anyway. Got a better exit, yeah. Daryl is tumbling. Titus is going to win the championship right now. You can see him up ahead there in the red BMW, up in P5, with Daryl down in P11. So Titus will take the championship and some at this rate. So Nathan's now up to P9, charging his way through the pack. Like I say though, whatever race result he gets needs an asterisk next to it, because he hasn't served the pit stop penalty thing that he should have. Anything going up at the front? So Martin Jekyll has checked out the front. Starver's in P2 still. Go on, Stephen. Still in P2. He's a Clumman driver on lap 8, end of lap 8, still holding 2nd place. That's not bad. Although, in sort of, again, one thing against him is all the really, really good drivers, they're at the back right now. Starver's kind of with the lesser drivers at the front. Just wait until towards the end of the race when the faster drivers catch him up, then he could very quickly tumble down the order. That often happens. Clumman drivers, they're at the front for ages, and all of a sudden, Superboy drivers come along and whoosh, they fly down the order. So, I have to see what happens there. Mikhail going for a bit of a rough move there on, what's his name? Dimitar Penkov, that's his name. The Bulgarian. Didn't work there though. Difficult to overtake around this circuit, very difficult to overtake as Kelvin looks at the inside of Mikhail there. Very difficult to overtake. It's narrow, it's lined with gravel, there's pretty much no runoff areas, very small curves as well, they're not very wide as Kelvin goes at the inside here of Mikhail. Now is he going to get a better exit? Oh, no he's not, he's going to have to pull back in. Yeah, like I say, narrow circuit, tricky. There's no long straights as Nathan goes up the inside here. Can I just finish my sentence, please? He's got the inside of the corkscrew. He's going to back out of it though. Good move. Oh no! Kelvin outbrakes himself. Okay, Nathan's through. Kelvin outbrakes himself there. Okay, well, Nathan's up to P7 for the time being. Like I say, yeah, lack of long straights, and as a result, a lack of heavy braking zones around this circuit, so there aren't many places to overtake. This final corner is a heavy braking zone, so you can overtake there, as whoa, people are already pitting. Starver's pitted. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that, because the pit lane lost time, as you can see at this track, is massive. It just took him 12 seconds then to get to his pit box, which makes a two-stop a really difficult strategy to pull off, let's say, because the amount of time you lose when you do your second stop is huge. To gain that time back up is tricky, especially, like I say, with how difficult it is to overtake. So Starver's pitted, hasn't pulled the tank, only put in, that's very loud, he's only put in 76% of the tank, that's good. Short under fuel, that's fine. Kelvin's same, only put 83% of the tank in, so he's not filled the tank, that's a good thing to do. But like I say, they're going to have to make a second stop because they pit at the end of lap 9, and that's going to be difficult to make that time back up when they stop. So Starver's come out the pits in 11th, so he's not even at the back. Even though he's made a stop, he's still not at the back, so that's good. So he can go flat out, so he should hopefully catch people up in that Aston Martin. That Aston Martin is very, very hard in its fuel, so I can kind of see why he is two-stopping. It is difficult to do the one stop in that car. I'm going to skip ahead to the pack now, but Daryl DJ down in 8th, and got D.I. Ivanov, I'm trying to remember these guys' rules names, in P7, Mikhail in 6th, got Dimitar Penkov going at the inside of Nathan. That's not going to work. Oh, that just ended up going wrong there. He's going to get overtaken by Mikhail now. He should have just stayed behind Nathan then. He ended up trying to go for a move that was never work, and he's now been overtaken as a result of it by 2 people. So yeah, I wouldn't have done that. But anyway, Mikhail now up to P5. The two Bulgarians fighting with them now. Who's going to keep the position? Yeah. Dimitar Penkov keeps the position there in P6. He's got Nathan's up to 4th. Nathan's up to 4th, so he's done alright, okay, halving his way through the pack. He's now behind his cousin, and I'm assuming we'll let him through. That'll be the logical thing to do. What's Nathan's fuel like compared to others? So Nathan's got, I'm going to guess that's about 20% of the tank. That's less than Titus, and less than most other people as well. So Nathan, he's going to lose some time in the pits here. What's the leaders like? Yeah, they've got more fuel than him as well, so yeah, people are going to possibly jump him in the pits here when he pits to refuel. Should be pitting end of next lap, I would say, because he's not flashing red yet, so he should be able to get to the end of next lap. But like I said, people are probably going to gain some time with him, unless he underfuels. Because yeah, people will have less fuel to put in their car than him. Oh, Titus is off. Is he going to let his cousin through? No, he's not. He's holding his cousin up here. Although, to be fair, both of them are fighting for the championship, so I can understand why they're doing that. You've got Harry Ash just up ahead in second. So yeah, I'm sure he'll be overtaken soon. 6 seconds behind Martin Jekov. So Nathan's down in fourth. Is he short shifting? I don't think he really is, to be honest. I don't think he really is fuel saving, which in this situation I would very much do. Yeah, no, he's giving it full revs. So, burning through a lot of fuel here and not necessarily gaining anything for it. Is he going to go for the move down into turn 5? That would be a good place to make the overtake. I wish I could go a ball right now, but I can't, unfortunately. Is he going to go for the move? No, he's not. Okay, so he's just sitting behind his cousin, he will not jump him in the pits, because like I say, Nathan's going to have to put more fuel in than everyone else, so if anything, people will jump him. So yeah, the 2 Bulgarians here, down in 6th and 7th, McKenna in front. Got Martin Jekov miles out in the lead, and he looks like he can do a 13th lap as well. He's going well here today. That car is perfect for this race, that Porsche 911. This is the ideal car for this race. Is he going to pit now, or is he going to go another lap? He's going to go another lap, good. So that means he can go flat out in the second stint. Race 22 Trappy flashing away on his lights. Oh, he's doing a 13th lap, Nathan. Has he got enough fuel? He must do. Oh, that was a bit of a mess there. I think Fake Taxi, Dimar Tarpenkov, just punted off Mikkel there. Although I didn't see it properly, so I can't really comment. But it did. I heard tyre score, and it looked like there was a hit, because he's up the inside of Mikkel there. It was obviously a punt, and he would obviously need to let Mikkel back past, but he hasn't. So I'm assuming it was just Mikkel outbraking himself. So you got Titus. Is he going to overtake Harry Ash? He doesn't. Well, does he need to? Probably should do. Fuel's pretty much the same. He's only got 1 or 2% more than Harry Ash has, so he won't jump him in the pits at this rate. Titus, looking at the lap times on the right, doing consistent 122s. Nathan, before he got stuck, was doing mid to low 121s. I know in practice yesterday when I was in a room with him, he was doing high 120s on every lap. So not great pace at Nathan's setting. He's very much stuck in the pack. He's certainly being compromised here. His tyres are okay. Everyone's tyres seem to be not too bad. They're only about a third worn, so that's not too big a deal. The tyre drop off is kind of about 3/4 of the way down. That's when you really drop off your grip. So everyone's now coming to the pits now at the end of lap 13. Got Martin Jekyll pitted with 1% left. You've got Has91 got 1%. You got DI Trey 1%. Way 22 Trappy's got 3%. Mikhail's got 4%. Fake Taxi's got 4%. Nathan's got 2%, and Daryl DJ's got 2%. So okay, DJ Cooper's picked with 5%. So those who are on that 4%, they might jump 1 or 2 people here, because they will have to spend about half a second less refueling here. Let's see what fuel percentages are like coming out of the pits. Let's see if everyone's filled the tank to 100% or not. You don't necessarily need to fuel the tank here, because there's only 12 laps to go. You could potentially under fuel a little bit. What's Nathan got? I only got 96%. That is a smart move. Others have done the same as well. 95%. Yeah, smart move. You don't necessarily need to fill the tank, because you'll kind of get to the end flat out regardless. So, oh my god, we've got 3 cars inside one another here. Oh Jesus, is anyone going to be smart here and go for the move whilst they're ghosted? No, they're not. That's something you can do when you come out the pits. Try and stay inside someone's ghost and then get the move done into the next corner. But no, Nathan's come out in P7. P7. Well, there are two stoppers. Kelvin and Starver need to 2-stop, so that will promote Nathan and Co to 2 places up. So Nathan up to 5th, Titus up to 4th. So Nathan is stuck behind his cousin. He needs to get past him, really. He needs to get past. Well, Deneth is doing the 2-stop as well. Okay, so Deneth, ignore him as well. So okay, Nathan's in net 4th, and Spen needs to pit, so Nathan's in net 3rd. Right, okay. Yes, because Dan MC's not pitted yet, that would explain it. Dan MC's, yeah, he's doing the 2-stop. So Dan, Kelvin, and Dennis are doing the 2-stop, and Spen is nowhere. Ignore him because he's obviously had crashes and whatnot. So, okay. Net P3 then for Nathan. So Martin Jekov is the net leader of this race up in P3, very much leading the way here. With Nathan down in, like I say, net thirds. Haz is in 4th still, so he's holding his own. Just a bit of information on Haz. So Harry Ash, as he gets overtaken here by Mikel, and not by the Bulgarian, but that was close. Harry he's one of the original members of this league, so he's been around since round 2 of the first ever season. So he's been around as long as I have. This season he's got a best finish of 6th in the A final, which happened at Interlagos, and he's never dropped beneath the B final this season. So he's someone who's been consistently up in the B and the A. So he's had a good season this season. We've got Mikel. So Mikel, where did he start? Mikel started down in 9th, so he's done alright. He's up into net 4th here, so he's doing well. Mikel joined this league towards the end of season 1, so he's been around since the early days, and he's got the best result this season of 4th in the A final at Monza, which I remember racing against him in. We battled for quite a long time, a little bit needlessly to be honest. So that was his best result, 4th in the A final at Monza. Who else should I go on board with? Nathan, he's still behind his cousin. He's still behind his cousin here. I don't really know why, because he doesn't even need to save fuel anymore, really. He doesn't need to short shift and save fuel in the slipstream. He's just straight up struggling to get past here. Okay. So like I say, he is net third at the moment, so that will win him the title, but I'm assuming there's going to be something done post-race, because, well, he hasn't served his penalty. He's driving the penalty, so I don't know what's going on there. Oh, as he goes up the inside of his cousin finally, yeah, good move. Good clean move. And cooperation then between the two Maximins. The two people who are at this rate, probably going to win their championships in the Super Pro and the Pro class respectively. So as we go down to 9th here, we've got D.I. Evanov. So D.I. Oh, he goes up the inside of Harry here. That's a bit of an aggressive move, but oh well. Let his mate through as well. Both the Bulgarians. Bars there. A bit of a rough move, but yeah, no, it's okay. So got D.I. Evanov. So he joined the season, as did Fake Taxi. They both joined the league halfway through season 2. So D.I. Evanov been in the A final for every single round this season, so he's never dropped beneath the A final, which is very good going. He's finished on the podium 3 times, and he could have possibly won last week at Brands, I remember, with a slightly better fuel management. I remember he was beating me by 6 seconds, but I had to pit because he didn't quite have enough fuel to get to the end. And he also won the opening round of the season. So his final that he was in, it was random finals for that race, but yeah. He won the opening round of the season. Fake Taxi, his mate Fake Taxi, he's won 2 A finals this season. So he's done well this season. He's won 2 A finals at Suzuka and Fuji. Also won the B final at Catalunya, and he finished on the podium at Brands Hatch last week. So Fake Taxi, he's had a good season this season, but I think he's had some internet problems, which is why he's not necessarily higher at the championship. He's been quick, but not necessarily finished all the races. We've got any fights going on right now? We've got Daryl DJ in 10th. He ain't going to win the championship at this rate. Titus is way up in 4th. So, yeah, unfortunately, Daryl, you're going to lose out in the championship here. Starver's in 11th. Again, this is he needs to pit again as well. Okay, this is not going well for Starver. Oh, he's had some bad laps. Jesus. 128, 127, 128. Yeah, he's not done well. Oh, well. That's these club and class titles slipping away from you there, Starver. Going to have to see how Johnny does in the B final. Got any battles going on here? Deneth and Way 22 travelling together. Ignore that though, because Deneth still needs to pit again, so ignore that fight. Anything further up ahead? No, there isn't. Okay, so I'll just drop back and go back to reading the stats out again. So, who have we got? Yeah, Deneth pits. I'm going to just read about Deneth here. So Deneth joined this league early on in Season 2. I remember him appearing in Season 2 and thinking, who's this guy? Because he absolutely dominated, I think, a B final one season, or one race. I think it was Catalunya, and he won by like 22 seconds. I was like, who on earth is this guy? Very, very good driver. 4th in the championship by now as he makes his 2nd pit stop. So, yeah, Deneth had the best result of 2nd this season in the A final at Interlagos, and like I say, he has been quick. He's come close to winning a number of races, beaten me on multiple occasions, so he has done well. He was very quick at the Red Bull Ring a few weeks ago as well. Put up a really good fight against me in the wet. So yeah, got DJ Cooper here running in P10. He's had a disaster of the race. He had a right mare at the start. I think he's done alright since looking at his lap times, but yeah, not so great. So you got Daniel He joined halfway through season 1, so he's been around since the early days. And although it says he's Spanish, he's kind of English. He lives near Silverstone, and yeah, he's very much English as such, from Granada, but very much lives in England. Best result was second in the A final at Seca this season, so he's had some good results, but he's been a bit yo-yo-y. He's also been down in the B finals at times, and he has won one of the B finals, but yeah, not been so great. So Kelvin's pitted out the lead, so he's doing his second stop. Now Kelvin's been going quick. He's had the 1 minute 20.8, and Kelvin is running third in the championship, so let's see where he comes out the pits here as he teleports into his pit box, which takes an eternity to reach. So Kelvin, been very, very good this season. Third in the championship by miles, way ahead of everyone else, and a little bit behind me and Nathan. So it's, Kelvin's been around since the start of season 2. Came second in the championship last year. Like I say, running third in the championship this year. Only ever gets beaten by me and Nathan, really. Very good driver, Kelvin. Certainly the best of the rest behind me and Nathan. So he won the A final at Interlagos 3 weeks ago, and since then, since he won the B final, at round 2, he's always been in the A final. So he won the B final at round 2, been in the A final ever since, and he's never finished lower than 7th. That goes to show you just how good a driver is. He doesn't really have bad rounds. Lowest he's ever finished is 7th. So yeah, consistent. Kelvin, that's what's got him third in the championship. He's just consistently good in all the races. He's actually done in 9th in this race, so this could be the first result of his season. This could be his drop round at this rate, to be honest. If so, he'll finish on 197 points. But yeah, Kelvin running the 9th right now. Got any battles going on right now? Not really. Got Nathan up in 2nd. Always about to catch the leaders. Right, Nathan's going to win this race. Well, Nathan's going to provisionally win this race anyway. Whether he'll keep the win or not is another matter. But yeah, Nathan's been pumping the laps in now since he cleared Titus. 120.7, 120.5, 120.5. Nailing those laps. Real Martin Jekyll right in with, what, 6 laps to go now? And should be going for the overtake soon. So Nathan, just a few stats on Nathan. So he's been part of this league since pretty much the beginning. I remember he joined when I joined. He joined through a friend of mine who was already in the league. I said, why don't you invite your mate Nathan along? So yeah, Nathan came and joined the league. Nathan also races in real life Club 73, as I do. So I was speaking to Nathan just the other day at Daytona Milton Keynes, where we were racing against each other. Oh no, Martin Jekyll! He's having an internet problem here. That's why his car just went flying off into distance. Oh dear, he's having a disconnect. Oh dear, this must be scary for Nathan. This must be very scary. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, that was a telltale signs of an internet disconnect then. Oh no, he's disconnected out of the lead of the A final with, what, 5.5 laps to go. Yeah, that's not his first disconnect of the season either. He's had lots of disconnects this season, if I remember rightly. So his Bulgarian internet is not very good. So Nathan's in the lead here by miles. Like I say, that's just provisional because he didn't serve his pits stop drive-through for some reason. Got his cut and Titus in 2nd place. That is definitely going to be his best result of the season. Titus, his best result is 4th in the A final at the Nürburgring. So he's running 2nd right now, so he's going well. Titus, by the way, has been part of this league since the start of season 2. I remember him from last season. He was really good, and he's up in quite high up in the championship right now. I think he's 8th in the championship. Looks like he's about to win the championship off of Daryl, who's having a bit of a mare down in P6. And yeah, like I say, Nathan, very good driver in real life as well as in the virtual world. Finished 2nd at Daytona on Wednesday in the B final. He did really, really well. Or in the C final, I think he was in. And he's won 3 A finals this season. I've won 4, he's won 3. So I would win the championship if it went to deadlock, if it was a tie break. And he also beat me earlier this year at Walter Mill. We raced together. He beat me hands down. I remember that race. Very, very good driver in real life. And so yeah, set the fastest lap of the race in all but one round this race this season. That's some going. Nathan has set the fastest lap in all but one round. I've only got 2 fastest laps. He's got like 10. That's what's going to win in the championship here, is all the fastest lap he sets and all the bonus points which he takes away from me. With his fastest lap, he always goes like just a 10th faster than me. He never gets the fastest lap by much. He's always like half a tenth in it. I don't think he's ever set a fastest lap which is more than about a 10th and a half faster than my personal best. It's always just slightly quicker. Only once have I actually been able to beat his fastest lap. I remember that was at Monza. So yeah, Nathan's going well right now. Fastest lap of the race, so he's going to get maximum points at 26, but that may change when Dan steps in afterwards. Got any battles here? Yeah, so we've got what? Oh, Harry Ash. Well, you've gone down to 11. Oh, you've had a crash. Did a 1:34 on lap 19. Okay, you've had a mare. You were down 11th. Got Dan MC. Oh dear. Oh dear. That was a mess. Dan MC then and DJ Cooper going for a bit of a move into that final corner, but Dan MC made rather a hash of that and ended up just crashing into Deneth. And now he's tumbled all the way down to 11th, so that's not so good for him. He's not fighting for any of the championships though, not really. He's one of the outsiders for the pro class, so that's not too much to worry about for him. So we've got 3.5 laps to go. Kelvin in P7 here. That's not too bad. So this will be his joint worst result of the season for him. 7th being his worst, so this could very well be his drop round. Darryl up in P6, not going to win the pro class at the moment, unfortunately. Not only is Titus going to beat him to the title, but there's others in the B final who will possibly catch me too. P6 will get him 14 points, so that's not too bad a point score, but like I say, Titus is going to get 21 points at the moment, and he's only 2 points behind him in the championship, so he's never going to keep the championship with Kelvin reeling him in two. Kelvin's just done he's doing consistent 120s here, did a 120.7 and a 120.9, so Kelvin is flying. That is quick. That's about as quick as I was going in practice myself. So Kelvin is banging the laps in here. But yeah, I mean, making that second pit stop, he lost so much time. You can see how far ahead the pack are. He's just not going to catch him back up. With only 3 laps to go, he's not going to catch these guys back up. He lost so much time making that second stop, waiting to teleport into his pit box. He's not going to catch it back up. We've got 2 Bulgarians going around here together in 4th and 5th. Got Mikhail up in 3rd. Mikhail's caught up way 22 traffic actually. Caught up Titus, he might get past him here. Just the lap times be like. But Mikhail's doing consistent 121s. Titus, pretty much the same, but there's a couple of 122s thrown in there. So Mikhail is going a little bit quicker. Fuel, Titus has got a little bit more fuel. I suggest both of them have got enough to go to the end though. So that's a battle for second place there. I think Titus, even if he finishes 3rd, will still win the championship. So that's not too big a deal. Kelvin, Kelvin's made the move on Darryl. Thought that might happen, really ruled him in at quite a rate of knots there. Made his way past Darryl up the inside into the corkscrew. Good move, Kelvin, up into P6. So this will not be your drop round now. This points finish will count. Is there anyone else who I can talk about whilst I'm here? Am I just going to let some of the notes go to waste? No, I think I've talked about everyone. I think I've given you the stats that I've got. So as we come into this second to last lap of the race, 2 laps to go. We've got Nathan Miles out in the lead. Like I say though, didn't serve his drive-through penalty at the start. So I'm far from convinced that he'll keep his win. He's 9 seconds ahead of his cousin, Titus, who really is fighting with Mikhail here. Titus flashing away his lights as he accidentally presses the R3 button. Flashing away. I know people have complained about that before now, complained about him flashing his lights. They've asked why. Reason being, like I say, he's pressing the R3 button by accident whilst he's accelerating and braking. So you've got Mikhail in P3 here, got Bulgarians down in 4th and 5th, fighting it amongst themselves. I think they're like together in the championship, these two, so this may actually change the championship order. But yeah, they're down in 4th and 5th. And then down in 6th, like I say, you've got Kelvin. 7th, you've got Darryl, who unfortunately is not going to win the title at this rate. You've got Dan MC down in 8th. Ooh, that's a late move by Deneth there. That wasn't going to work. Try and go for the move there. He just found the sausage curve instead. But DJ Cooper, do you know what? Daniel's doing alright. Good recovery from such a bad start. He's done alright to recover back to 10th. Done the 1-stops, yeah, that's good. That's helped him. Harry Ash down 11th, Spen's had a right nightmare down in 12th, Starver down in 13th, oops. Yeah, that's only going to get him 7 points. So Johnny BMX, if he finishes in 8th or above in the B final, then he will win the championship, he will win the club class. So Deneth there has got penalties, we enter the last lap with Nathan. So NM1M, leading the race right now and will provisionally beat me to the title. He will provisionally win the championship, take the title off me, but like I say, might get a post-race penalty. I don't know what Dan would give him, but I mean the drive-through cost you 15 seconds, so I think a 15-20 second penalty would only be fair. That would demote him down to 4th, I think, so, or 5th, 6th maybe even. 6. Ooh, he would be in that pack with a demotion, a 15-second penalty. So okay, let's see what happened here. So Nathan has entered the final corner here at the final round of season 3 of the Club 73 eSports League. Enters the final corner, exits at the final corner to the line, just about to run out of fuel, and he takes the checkered flag. So well on Nathan, well on the win. But like I say, that's not necessarily a definitive result. You've got Titus coming across the line here in P2. Then you've got the Bulgarians and Mikel. Oh, that was a close finish. Those Bulgarians, I just realised that they weren't ahead of Mikel until a second ago, were they? Mikel was a 126.4 at the end. Lost out on P3. The Bulgarians must have got that pass somehow. Coming across the line now, I've got Daryl DJ in 7th. I don't think you won the championship, unfortunately, mate. Looks like that's Titus there. Obviously, there is post-race reviewing still to happen. But looks like Titus provisionally won the championship. Daniel's going off. Not grass cutting, but dust cutting. I don't know what you'd call the equivalent of grass cutting on dirt, but yeah, going across the dirt there. So you've got Dan MC finishing in 8th, Dennis in 9th, Harry Ash in 10th, Daniel in 11th, then Sven had a right nightmare down in 12th. He's going to lose positions in the championship here. He was 3rd in the championship in the pro class, but he ain't going to keep that. And Star 54 across line to end the race. And in P13, I don't think he's going to keep his championship lead, to be honest, ahead of Johnny BMX. Like I say, all of these results are provisional. Post-race reviewing will be going on in the next few days, but I would thought that Johnny would have got in the top 5 of the B final. So, in the top 8, sorry, the B final. So yeah, only needs to gain 5 points on Starver, and the club championship is his. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, guys. I know there's 8 of you watching right now, so it's a record for me. My record was 4 before now, so it's good to have 8 people watching me. Good to see that this was worth my while. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, guys. Congratulations, Nathan, on the championship if you have won it. Like I say, though, we're going to have to wait for Dan to Mikel, way 22 traffic Y. Did he hit his way past? Okay. But, yeah, congratulations on the championship win if it is yours. I can see people are commenting. Give me a second. I'll get to your comments. Where's the comment section? There it is. George Kirby, hello. Hello, George. Yeah. Bravo. Wait, how did you do, George, in your race down the D final? I know it's meant to be a good race. Oh, results. Where did Johnny finish? And where did Mike Shipway finish? I get some results up on my phone. Dan's just posting the B final results now. In first base in the B final is Monkey Harris. Let me just download these photos because I can't see him right now. Download those photos. We've got winning the B final is Monkey Harris. He's is he a championship contender? He is actually. Monkey Harris on 145 points. Way 22 Trappy, where did he finish? He finished provisionally 2nd. Yeah, he finished 2nd, so I can't have thought anyone's going to catch him. But Johnny BMX did finish 8th. He finished 8th. That's a tie for the Clubman class title. Johnny BMX finished 8th, ahead of Richie Brown. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what the tiebreaker is going to be for that, because I don't think either of them have won races this season. So that's going to be interesting. I would say Starver will win the championship because he's been in A finals, whereas Johnny hasn't. So that will probably count as kind of the best result. It's wherever Starver's been in the A final. So he'll win it by default, whereas Johnny hasn't been. So okay, what have we got going on in this post-race chat? Yes, you did, Nathan. You did need to pit. Yes, Nathan. I'm sorry to inform you, but yes, you should have, and you're probably going to get a penalty now for that. So, okay. But yeah, Clubman class, that's a tie. I'm pretty sure it's a tie by my maths, because Johnny scored 12 points and Starvis scored 7 points when there were only 5 points. Shout out to Luke String. Oh, thank you very much, Kelvin. Thank you very much for the shout out. But yeah, looks like that is a tie. Some arguing got on there. Mikel ain't happy. Yeah, he's not happy with Titus. So this is why I'm going to be a bit tentative about calling Titus the champion, because very possible that there's going to be post-race penalties here. If there's arguing, then there's going to be reporting as well. Wait, let me just thank everyone for the thanks things. Where are we? Kelvin, and who are you? DI Trey, where are you? There you go. Thank you very much. What's the arguments going on here? Let's go back into the start. We've got congratulations. We've got Mikhail going to Titus. Why? Congrats, Nathan, champ. Provisionally champ. Yeah. Oh dear. Titus is really not in the good books right now. He's not only is he getting Miguel moaning about him, he's also getting what's his name, Dimitar Penkov complaining about him too. So okay, DJ Cooper's not happy with GTS 10. People aren't happy here. I did predict that this is going to be a mess, this race, because it's very difficult to overtake around. The room is shut. Very difficult to overtake around Laguna Seca, as you saw in that race. Often does end up with desperate dive bombing, smack me out the way kind of moves. So I'm going to have to see what happens here with these instant reports. But provisionally, Nathan has won the Super Pro Championship. Weight 22 Chubby has won the Pro Championship, and I don't know who's won the Clubman Championship because I don't know what the tiebreaker is going to be. It should be the highest position, but I don't know what they're going to class as the highest position. We're going to have to wait and see. I know Johnny's won a race this season, but it wasn't the A final, so going to have to wait to see what Dan does about that. Got comments. Where are we? Spun early on P3. Oh, well done, George. P3, not bad. Very good for your Sunday League debut. P3, I know it's the D final, but it really wasn't the D final. There was some A final drivers in that race. So well done. And thank you, DI Trey, DI Ivnor, thank you for tuning in. So yeah, guys, I'm going to end this stream here. Hope you've enjoyed watching. This has gone well, I think. I quite like this. I've always wanted to try commentary. Ever since I was a little kid, I've wanted to sort of be a commentator, or at least give it a go. So yeah, I'm pleased I gave it a go, and I quite like it. I might do this again next season. Might commentate rather than race. So let's see what happens next season. But yeah, hope you enjoyed watching it. End the stream here. So guys, I will see you later.